All right, uh, back again, guys. How you doing? Uh, Another show that I was really interested in watching came on this week. New show on CBS, Limitless. It's the same title of the film that starred Bradley Cooper, which was a good film. I did enjoy that very much. Uh, but in this show, it's this show basically it's another. It's just like Minority Report. The show takes place after the events shown in the movie, and it doesn't focus on Bradley Cooper's character Eddie. What was it? Eddie Gorm. I know his name was Eddie. Uh, but it takes place on a new guy called Brian Finch, um, and in the series, he is another individual who takes the mysterious drug called NZT 48, which pretty much increases, you know, everyone's, the person who takes this drug's IQ, and just gives them every kind of bit. Like, you can perfectly recall all your memories. If you haven't seen the film, you can, I mean, just all kinds of things in it. And we kind of see that Bradley Cooper's character is become a senator now. And however, in this series, we see that the drug, now other people have been taking it besides the main protagonist. But we get to see that the character Jake Brian Finch, played by actor Jake McDorham, he's kind of a guy who is never really had a break. He's never really uh, had a career. His brothers and sisters, all have careers, and he is, in a sense, a struggling musician. Like, he had a band, and basically all his bandmates started to leave and move on, and he kept going with it. And he's, in a sense, still trying to find himself in a way. Uh, and then you have people, the FBI in this, from Jennifer Jennifer Carpenter, who is FBI agent Rebecca Harris, and another one of is Hill Harper, who's like her partner, uh, Agent Spellman uh, Boyle. And then you have uh, talented actress by the name of Mary Elizabeth Mastro, Mas, Mas, Mastrotonio. I hope I'm saying her name right. I always botch her name. She's like the head of the group. They call her Naz. And she goes into detail that they have been trying to figure out the drug, and they've been trying to process it better, but they've all failed. So we enter Brian, who is he finds out that a lot of things start coming to play. First of all, his father has a rare condition that's in their family line, and he wants to help one night. And so he's trying to get a job. He is working as a temp in like a law firm, and he bumps into an old bandmate of his who's there. And the bandmate tells him, he says, "Look, my dad's sick. I got it." And the bandmate gives him that clear little pill, and he says, "Trust me, you take this, you'll be fine." So what happens? Brian takes the pill, the drug, and NZT kicks right in, and he is filing everything, assets, from doing everything unbelievable, to the point where he even tells the person that hired him, like, "Look, these are your dangerous assets. These are people that could get your firm in trouble. These are your people." And she's so impressed. And she said, like, it would take 2 weeks for him to file everything. He did it in 2 hours, just showing how this drug is. Once again, still playing with the fact that the drug is incredible. And unfortunately, things start to get a little bit wild because once you come off the drug after 12 hours, it's like a major like withdrawal. Your body goes through a serious withdrawal, as you probably remember in the film. And he goes back to his friend Eli. Unfortunately, Eli is dead in his apartment, and now it becomes more he's kind of framed for murder he didn't commit. Once again, storytelling we've seen done before. It's been done out of the woodworks. So it now becomes a quest of not only trying to find more of the NZT to kind of keep him, from his body like craving it, because that's what happens. The body, it goes through so much pain. It's because the body's craving it. He needs to find out who killed his friend and find out the connections and find out how many other people in that law firm was taking the drug. And that's where the role playing between him and Agent Harris connects, and it gets really intense there, and I really enjoyed that. And it's weird because when you see him on the drug, it's like he's like almost a different person. But when he comes off of it, he's like he's just your average dude. You know what I'm saying? And which was really cool. I enjoyed that, and it's to the point we do get to see Bradley Cooper's character in the first episode, which I guess he's gonna have a recurring role. Of course, he can't be there all the time, but he is one of the executive producers, I think, on the show. So, you know, but he tells him like his character Eddie Moro Mora says tells tells Brian like, look, you want to find the people that killed your friend, I can supply you with the drug, because he's still taking it himself, and he takes it every day. He says, I take it every day. I can recall he went into so much detail of how good his memory is now because he's been on a drug. He said, can you even remember being in your mother's womb? He's like, I can. I think about it anytime I'm stressing out. That's amazing. Like he can remember being an embryo in the womb of his mother, and he's like, look, if you do this, I can supply you with it, no problem. If but if you tell people, yeah, then there's gonna be some consequences, and it becomes like, okay, Brian makes the deal, not necessarily makes a deal with the devil, but more like he makes a deal because he wants to help. He especially wants to help his father. You know, he'll do anything to help his father find a liver transplant because he found what's killing his dad, but they need a liver transplant. And but he also helps the FBI, and he's like, look, you do this for me, and I will be whatever you need me to be. Um, and that's kind of how the partnership happens, between him and Julia Carpenter's character. Excuse me, Julia Carpenter's character. Uh, that kind of the partnership is formed between that, and she kind of goes into detail that, which was really interesting, why when they first met she didn't shoot at him and things like that. It's because the drug and her have a history too, which I don't really want to spoil too much, but it does have something to do with her family. I'll just say that. And she kind of recognizes the symptoms or the effects of the drug, and to her, she feels that, okay, I have to find out what this drug is, and maybe in turn help figure out what it is and help you in the process, Brian. So he kind of is will be like an asset to the FBI, but also their main goal is to monitor him because he seems to be immune to the bad effects of the drug, and so there's kind of like a double-edged sword to this partnership. But I did enjoy it too. This was another show that I very much enjoyed. Um, Good is gonna. It looks like it's gonna be a pretty good crime drama that I'm gonna enjoy. It was good to see Bradley Cooper again, as always. I am a fan of Bradley Cooper. So it was really good to see him actually on the show as playing the same character that he's plays. Um, he's supposedly running for president in this world, but he said he might not do it. He says, "You know how much time off you get in the Senate? It's unbelievable." He says he might not run. He might just stay a senator. But other than that, this was a very, very good pilot episode for the TV series based off of a movie. I mean, CBS and a few other networks are having a lot of shows come out that are based off of movies. I know they got a Rush Hour TV series coming. I'm I'm gonna check it out, see what it is. But other than that, this was fun. This was a lot of fun, and looking forward to hearing what you guys thought. If you did see the episode, if you didn't, that's fine. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. And as always, this is Mom and Kids saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys. I'll catch you guys down the road.